Clint is a Renaissance man. He wants to throw a party, cocktails with extensions, and hook Gina's clients up.
I know one thing. That's what I call multi-talented. And on top of that, the brother's gonna hook up the food
Gina better recognize.
with the quickness. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about Lifetime Network's reality-based TV series, Married at First Sight, season number 16, episode number 9.
But before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe. It is greatly appreciated.
Clint and his buddy Andrew get a chance to hook up in the park and throw frisbee and kind of chop it up amongst the guys, amongst the fellas, about how Clint's marriage with Gina is going so far.
Obviously, shares with Andrew what's been going on. And Andrew, who is married, and one of his sailing buddies, he indicated that, a lot of pressure has been put on him for the show and the attraction piece. Just leave it alone and concentrate and focus on something else. And it's going to work itself out.
He'll build to that point and to be patient.
Open himself up to the process itself. And if he has a good outcome, it happens. If not, at least he went through it.
Exactly. Love the advice coming from that married brother.
Right.
Love it.
They move in together.
Yeah, see that. It's good to see that.
And Gina was apprehensive at first. She said that she has a routine. She hasn't dealt with anyone in 4 years. So she has that little thing going on with her routines. And it's always important to mesh with the person you're dealing with. He makes her coffee. They have a nice little flow between them based on what I see. And they seem familiar with each other, which is a good starting off point to be at.
I agree, but I think that is a place where they're at in part because Gina had to come to some kind of recognition that maybe what Pastor Cal is saying about how she would be sabotaging her relationship if she tried to develop it in separate places was not going to work for the process itself. It
Right.
would not work for either one of them.
Right.
And that would be initiated by her, which means that she would be sabotaging any chance of having a marriage with him.
So he moved in, they're in separate bedrooms, but still they're in the same space. So that's good. We're going to take that. They prepare for home warming with their friends that they invite over.
Hmm.
We see Clint throwing down in the kitchen. He's
Man,
doing his taco
man,
situation, and it looks like
man,
it's
he
good.
cooked it up. He did his chef imitation, and I tell you what, if Gina wasn't impressed, she damn sure should have been.
So then he was friendly with her friends,
Mm,
and he didn't have any sort of upset with his words and all that other stuff that he tends to do every now and then.
mhm.
Um,
Gina's friends,
Gina's friends
Gina's friends,
were
Ashley and
Ashley
Paige,
and Paige,
mhm,
and his friends were Elizabeth
and
and
Melissa,
Melissa.
right.
Clint spoke with Ashley and Paige.
Right, he talked about the peaks and valleys of their relationship so far. He said that they feel like he feels like they're on a good track right now. He's going to be patient, take it slow, and I just think that he is handling the situation optimally right now, and being very candid with Gina's friends to let them know that, hey, look, I'm okay. I'm down for the process.
He seemed optimistic. He
Yes.
said that on paper both look like they're at a place where their relationship could be successful,
Mm-hmm.
money wise and everything else like that. And
Mm-hmm.
he has a feeling, or he hopes that it will succeed.
Mm-hmm.
On the other end, Gina is talking to, I believe it
Ashley
was Ashley and
and Paige,
Paige,
right? Mm-hmm.
and she is saying that she is hopeful for the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ashley tells her that she should not focus on the negative, to keep in a positive posture. And
Mm-hmm.
she agreed with that because they have a lot of stuff that's common with each other rather than against. And later, Ashley said that, just like Andrew said, the attraction is going to work itself out,
Yes.
but getting a foundation of that hum of being familiar with each other, that hum of friendship, is
Yes.
going to work itself out to a even pitch for that attraction to get going. Now, I like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah.
Gonna hold my opinion on what I think is gonna happen between them.
Yeah. And Melissa all kind of chimed in and said, basically, hey, look, stuff is going to come. Be patient, deal with it as it comes. and understand that you can move forward beyond it,
Right,
beyond it.
right.
So if you can kind of keep that in mind, you have the makings of a successful relationship.
Right, because what has helped us, you and I, in our relationship,
Mhm.
is that we're willing to have the hard conversations and we're always ready to move beyond it.
Necessarily at the same time we're ready
Right.
to move beyond it, but we always make the decision to move
And
beyond it.
we do move
Right,
beyond it.
right. So
So
that's
that the clear out that vexation is spirit
and
too.
Gina makes an admission that I thought was pretty accurate and pretty revealing. She says at the end of their meeting that, well, yeah, maybe I was overthinking the move-in
Yeah,
portion of
I'm
this.
glad she resolved herself
Yeah,
with that
yeah, absolutely.
because you could see Clint felt good about hearing her
Hmm.
say that.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
they seemed like they had fun at their party. The drinks were flowing, the food looked good,
The conversation
and the
was good.
conversation was good.
Yeah,
Both of their friends had good advice for
I
them.
agree.
So that's always a good thing
In
because
contrast, some
you really don't want any single person trying to give you their interpretation of what grown folk and married folk business. It doesn't work.
in contrast to what we saw from other family, other
Exactly.
people, I should say,
So at the mixer, when the couples all got
other than the
together,
community room,
yes,
right? And the apartment.
Gina was, let's say, boasting on Clint a little bit, telling the group that he's a great cook, and he
Yes.
was really down with her group of girls, and
Engaging
he
and
was. And
comfortable
she
and
feels like she could have a set over at the house and invite her clients over,
be
and
good.
he will be able to take care of it. In fact, Clint even suggested about putting in extensions.
That boy got a sense of humor, boy. I love it. I love it, man.
And that was funny to
That
me.
it was funny to me
He
too.
said he wanted to get to the crusty Gina, and at least he didn't offend her. But he said, I want to know that 5-year-old Gina and that this woman here in front of me. And I want to get down into the crusty. And thank God it was funny the way he said it. And even Nicole commented that that was the most romantic thing she has heard him say. And Gina took it in good stride. She was laughing when he said it. The entire group was laughing.
It was a side of Clint that was really refreshing to see. I think, especially from Gina's point of view, I'm sure it at least I would imagine that it had a calming effect on her, and that she felt even more connected to him as a result of kind of seeing that kind of side of his come out in a group setting.
Listen, the man have jokes.
Hmm.
He can make you laugh.
He can cook.
He can cook.
He can sail a
He
boat.
got some money.
He got the decent career.
I mean, he
What?
got a place to live and he is an adventurer.
Right.
I see plus, 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 plus. Once she gets to like him, all those things that trouble her based on his appearance is gonna just slide away.
Yeah, and I think she's already a few steps down that road.
Well, good for them.
She should be down that road.
I hope
And I'm glad she's moving in that direction.
absolutely.
I'm glad.
Even if they don't hook up, I think she has they both have good friends in the making.
Yeah, I agree. And they have a serious support system, a genuine support system. Um, I just think that it's up to them whether or not they make it. But if they don't, they can't say that they didn't get the proper guidance and or advice or feedback about who they are, where they are, and why they should continue on, and all that. They can't say that because they have gotten that based on what we've seen.
Amen.
After a rough start, they seem to be on track. I'm pulling for
Amen. Thank you.
them.
Bye bye.
See you.